Yo, what up, CoopTroop? This is your boy DeAndre Cooper coming at you with DraeRadio, cinema news, and movie reviews. Happy New Year, you guys. Welcome old subscribers and also welcome new subscribers. My show is all about my opinion in the movie and cinema world of television, box office hits, old reruns, and anything dealing with the industry of Hollywood. I'm not the professional guy to go to and ask questions about. I'm just your normal average geek, you feel me? And this is my show. Welcome, you guys. So, on today's episode, I have news regarding Jeremy Renner and his Snowplow accident. I also have updated news, which we are incoming with HBO's original content series, The Last of Us. And I will be talking about Black Panther 2 and its upcoming streaming release for February 1st, as well as talking to you guys about my most anticipated movies of 2023 with the end finale of the show, a M3GAN review. Let's get started.
It's my life. Lazy. It's my life.
Hey, here we go. So again, thank you guys for joining me on today's episode. We're here. We're in the beginning of the year, you guys. Everybody press that hard reset button. Boop. And let's get these New Year's resolutions started. I don't really have much of a resolution because I don't watch trailers. I don't want to put no expectations towards my own life. I just want to get at it and get to it. So I'm still a water activist. Go ahead and grab y'all water before we start this show. I ain't playing. Yeah, y'all a good little ASMR right there. So, diving over to the Hollywood Reporter, let's dive over to the Jeremy Renner news. So, recently, this past weekend on the 7th, that Saturday, Jeremy Renner celebrated his 52nd birthday. He is still under critical condition while he is in Reno Hospital following the New Year's Day snowplow accident. And I looked up the mobile that caused this damage to our MCU's Hawkeye. It was a Snowcat, the massive automobile that I guess you gotta have whenever you living in an Iceland type of territory. We are in blessing graces that this man is still with us today. Following the news of that accident, more information was issued out through the sheriff department that he was attempting to save a life. Y'all heard that, right? He was attempting to save a life. This ain't no MCU action. He didn't say, I'm Hawkeye, let me go do my work. This man put on his real life superhero cape and went to go save a life from somebody that was stranded out in the snow, stuck in their car. He decided to get his snowplow, the Snowcat mobile, and, clear some space. He had to get out, do what he had to do. I'm not sure on what involved that process of him getting out the snow, the Hellcat, the Snowcat, you feel me? But as he attempted to get back in there, what they saying from the Hollywood Reporter, which is my source, is that around the moment of him entering the vehicle again, he got caught. Probably in like one of them little, I guess the so-called wheels. The thing don't really have wheels, but whatever it used to, push itself forward in the snow, he got caught in that, and it caused critical damage to him as something happened to his chest. He had chest trauma, and his head just looked all beat up. Cause he issued us a couple videos to let us know about his condition, and man, he ain't look good at all, y'all. He ain't look good at all. But it's such a It's such it lifts your spirits to know that he was in a heroic action towards that event and the cause of his injuries. All praises due to Jeremy Renner. We wish you the best in your healing journey, my guy. Hey, Avenger, man. You are the real Avenger. So that was news topic number 1. Y'all drop down on the comment section below. Share your love to Jeremy Renner. Let's do that. Now, what I got bringing to y'all is coming from the Hollywood Reporter once again, and we are talking about. I want to throw a topic out there: breaking the game curse. When I say breaking the game curse, we've been through many game adaptations from like Assassin's Creed, Halo, Doom, Street Fighter, and all those movies just did not succeed in the box office whatsoever. It related to the game as they took the ideas from where we first met those characters and storylines, but it just didn't succeed. It's like everybody always want to come through and throw in they little extra ideas and just overrule the story of where we fell in love just behind the big old TV screen, controller in the hand, and then boom, this and that. Now we're stepping into that same domain, but with The Last of Us. Where I'm actually feeling good about this is that HBO gained the rights to this project. But not only HBO, the creator himself been fighting for this since like 2009, since the creation of The Last of Us. And his name is Neil Druckmann. Neil Druckmann is the creator of The Last of Us, and alongside his showrunner Craig Mazin, which will be the head masters of bringing this wonderful, beautiful project to our viewership. Live action, that is, featuring Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey, 2 of Game of Thrones veteran actors and actress that did major stardom to their careers just from the placement of where we met them. And man, I want to say we are 6 days away from the release of The Last of Us on HBO Max. I'm very much looking forward to it. And here's where some more information on this topic comes about when it comes down to game adaptations turned into live action. Even the crew are clutching their pearls because they know how unsuccessful that domain of entertainment has been. So knowing that they put so much passion behind this project, as we've seen from interviews and then behind the scene looks, I don't have no worry in my soul that this show is not going to do numbers. I know last year House of Dragon, the Game of Thrones prequel, had HBO numbers running. But I feel like this is the next runner-up to actually, if not compare and be as an equal to House of Dragon, The Last of Us is going to do just fine. I truly believe it. What do you guys think? Do you think The Last of Us will break that game to live adaptation curse? Y'all let me know. Hey, y'all see where I'm at with it. I'm looking forward to it. I will be in my couch, eyes front. I'm gonna come through on a review with it. Be on the lookout for that. So that was news topic number 2 regarding The Last of Us and HBO. Let's dive over to news topic number 3, you guys. So we are stepping over to Marvel domain. I am a Marvel fan. Call me Excelsior himself. R.I.P. to Stan Lee. Man, so Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, the tribute to our late, great actor and King T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman, his sequel, which he is not featured in, is being released on streaming February 1st, 2023. Wakanda Forever was a magnificent first time watch. I only watched it one time, so I will be coming back on a rewatch review when it come down to my shorts that I put on all of my social media. And I'm going to let y'all know in depth how I felt about the movie. But early on in the year, I was watching the John Campea show, and he was the first to announce to me and the audience that Wakanda Forever would be dropping around the 20th, if not mid-January. I kind of had a slight pause on that news because I was like, that's great. That is wonderful. That's cool for that tribute to come out and now be seen for people that couldn't make it to the theaters but actually have the comfortability to see it in their home. But also another thought in that, just stepping into cultural standpoints, Black History Month is just right around the corner, February. Why not have that film drop in a cultural month of Black history? So boom, couple days pass by. Here we go. We get the news that Black Panther is now releasing on February 1st, the start of Black History Month, you guys. Come on now. Celebrate, 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 celebrate. I am so ready to revisit this wonderful, memorable tribute. And the movie itself, it was around a good 2 hours, if not 45 minutes. But take all the time away. The movie is great from start to finish. There was a couple, I want to say some minutes they could have shaved off, but the movie did what it was supposed to do. It set up the next phase. It set up the next story. And no spoilers. I'm not giving out no spoilers. I don't do that. But we will all be able to celebrate once again to our fallen actor, our King T'Challa, but in embracement to our new Black Panther, and where of Wakanda, Shuri. Shuri is the lead woman. This movie is led by women, Black women at that. Go ahead and give my Black queens a round of applause because they did what they did on this movie. From the Dora Milaje, from hold on, don't cancel me for this one, but hey, I'm with it. The Atlanteans, the Namor folk. Come on now. Them boys was putting some damage on Wakanda for a minute, but hey, I look forward to going back and rewatching that movie, man. So, what you guys think? Did you like Black Panther 2? Drop down on the comment section below, and let's talk about it. Come back in one of those rewatch movie reviews that I'm gonna be doing for this film, and then we can have a whole discussion there. I'm possibly going to have a spoiler discussion because the movie been out for a while, and if you haven't seen it, then bad on you. But nah, I get it. But yeah, man, that was news topic number 3. Let's dive over to number 4. News topic number 4. News topic number 4 isn't really much. This is just me talking about my most anticipated movies of 2023 that I'm very much looking forward to. So with the start of that, let's go ahead and get right into it. Boom. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. This movie here has been on my list since it released. Not released, but since the news been talked about early, if not mid 2022. This movie is going to introduce the next big bad in this multiverse saga that we're in, Kang the Conqueror, played by our own Jonathan Majors. And man, I can't really say much about it. I can't say much about it because y'all know I don't watch trailers. So the only thing I can really tell y'all that really surprised me just from what I'm seeing right now, Bill Murray is in the movie. What? We got Bill Murray in the MCU now, guys, and like, whoa, what is he doing? I don't know. Don't spoil nothing for me either. Don't go in my comment section and let me know what the trailer was from point A to point B. You will be blocked. I'm gonna let that sit in for a minute. Don't do that. Don't do that. But that is definitely number one movie that I'm very much looking forward to, which is right around the corner from February 15th release. Now, the next movie that I'm very much looking forward to is Chapter 4. Do I need to go put my suit on so y'all know, or do I need to continue? You feel me? John Wick, you guys. John Wick Chapter 4 is releasing this year. In March. March is being flooded with so many movies right now that I've just noticed, but definitely this one right here will have my butt in the seats. In the seats. My pops got to come with me too because he a mad John Wick fan. So be on the watch out. Be on the lookout for that movie review. That's going to be totally spectacular. I need to go back and actually revisit a couple of these films before that film actually dropped. Let's do that, guys. Let's do that. One standout, though. One standout for John Wick that I'm also seeing on Google page. Bill Skarsgård. Our new generation It is going to be on there. But not only him is a standout to me. Donnie Yen, the IP man. If I'm saying that name wrong, let me know. Put it down in the comment section below. But he's going to be on this movie. If he's going against John Wick, who? I don't know. Hey, let's see. Hey, yeah, the trailer is out, so somebody saw it. Not me, but somebody saw it. Now with our next movie, yes, I'm anticipated for this one. Even though I gave this movie so much not so good talk, like when it was first announced that the lead actor is Chris Pratt playing this voice. But the Super Mario Bros. Movie, this is the first movie installment under Nintendo Studios, which is why we need to give this movie so much support, so much attention, because if this movie makes it, think about the other movies that will follow suit after that, from a Metroid movie or the Legend of Zelda movie or a Kirby movie. Come on now. This movie needs to break even in order for those movies to follow suit. I'm so looking forward to this film. It's animated. It got a standout packed cast from Jack Black, Charlie Day, Keegan-Michael Key, and the one and only gorgeous Anya Taylor-Joy. The last movie I saw her in was The Menu, which was chef's kiss. If you saw the movie, you'll get that reference. But the Super Mario Bros., that's definitely top 3 of my most anticipated list. And I heard this next film hit the heartstrings very, very hard. And it is the last installment for this group of characters that we'll see in the MCU. And that is, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This will be James Gunn's last film for the MCU before he totally takes the throne with his new team behind DC Studios. So big ups to James Gunn, big ups to the team in their finale of this great space adventure that they given us in the start of 2012, I believe. So, man, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, that is definitely number 4. And then here we go with the most spectacular standout animation that we have ever seen. But from the start of Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, now we are stepping into 2023, where we are now being introduced to other and more worldly Spider-Man from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. This movie here has 2 additional characters that I'm very much looking forward to, from Spider-Woman and Miguel O'Hara. That is Spider-Man 2099, played by Oscar Isaac. And Issa Rae is playing Spider-Woman. So I already hear the sass in her voice and the spicy talk coming out of her demeanor. I look so much forward to it. I'm actually happy again to revisit Jake Johnson's Peter B. Parker, because Peter B. Parker gave us the realism of that Spider-Man. That Spider-Man was literally bummed out until he gained his little juice back. And now he's the mentor to our Miles Morales, played by Shameik Moore. And yeah, that's my most anticipated movie 2023. That was number 5. I only have 6. You know, everybody else give you either a top 5 or a top 10. It was very hard for me to actually come up with a top 5 or top 10. Well, let me just say top 10, because every movie that's probably coming out this year is a risk watcher, from Transformers Rise of the Beast. You would think that would be on my top 10, but it just can't, because that franchise did not do so well moving forward, even after the first release by Michael Bay. So I can't even put that on my most anticipated list. I will be there to actually see how it do, but I wouldn't. No. What are you looking forward to into seeing this year? Drop down on the comment section below. Let's talk. My last film that I'm actually looking forward to, which will be a 2-parter. I probably already gave it up right there, just saying a 2-parter. But Mission Impossible 7: Dead Reckoning Part 1. This movie franchise then made a revival since Ghost Protocol or Ghost Recon. Am I talking about a whole different franchise when I'm talking about Mission Impossible? But nah, Ghost Protocol was the restart to this fantastic franchise, man. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the most Evel Knievel stuff that Tom Cruise just bring into this franchise. It's probably the last of what we will be able to see that just built the Mission Impossible franchise itself, because Dead Reckoning Part 1 and then Part 2, what's really about to hit us? They say the Mission Impossible franchise has over-exceeded the expectations of a 007, which I can definitely give total credit to, because this man here just, adrenaline junkie in the flesh, for real. But yeah, man. So again, that was my most anticipated list of 2023. I only have 6, nothing really to drag on. But yeah, you guys, that was it. That was my cinema news. Thank you for joining me. If you like anything that you heard within that segment of the Hollywood industry, drop down on the comment section below. Talk with your boy. Let your friends know, let your family know that if they want to hear about any of this news, come find your boy. So now let's dive over to what up, Houston? Welcome to my new show, Who's Hungry HTX. It's a short little thing that I got going on for the TikTok world. You feel me? Your boy is going out over here on Jones Road in Houston, Texas. You feel me? We about to hit this Viva Jalisco. I probably said that all the way wrong, but go ahead and check out this menu, boy. We about to dive into this plate action right here. Pause that, get that information real quick, and let's king me. There your boy go. Cheesy like the Kool-Aid man. Let's dive into this bag right here. That thing was tough, for real. But we got it open the hard way, the right way. That big old bag looked like a lot of grease in that thing, but them chips were fresh, you feel me? Look at that. Good Lord, the presentation. The presentation really hurt me, but I was mad hungry, y'all. I was starving. Go ahead and look at that cheese. That stain was coming out of there so hot and ready. You would have thought I went to Little Caesars, man. Come on now. Had to keep it spicy. Need my green sauce, that chili, and that red sauce. Now let's go ahead and sit down in my throne where I'm about to get it on. That dip action. Got it tap, 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 tap. I'm a little extra with it, but hey, we good. That crumble was so crisp. You would have thought it was some cinnamon toast crunch, but despite the cinnamon, gotta keep that water because I gotta water it down. Now let's dive into this big old guapo. Woo! So I got me the little quesadilla plate. You feel me? Look at that zoom action. That cheese was just so luscious. I had to zoom in for you. Had to zoom in on that one. Now let's dive into this cream of golden cheese. God almighty. I had to get into it real fast before it got on my beard, but man, y'all see the results right there. It was killer. It was killer. I'm appreciating it, but the presentation could have been a little bit better. Now, here go my little score rating for you guys. I gave it a little 3.5. See you on the next trip. So what you just saw was my debut show, Who's Hungry HTX. That what you thought about it? I enjoyed making the content. That's what I plan on doing moving forward. So, hey, make sure you eat, y'all. I was mad hungry recording that too. But hey, that's what I'm doing now. Now let's dive over to what y'all seen on the thumbnail. This M3GAN review. Boom. So what is M3GAN about? M3GAN is a marvel of artificial intelligence, a lifelike doll that's programmed to be a child's greatest companion and a parent's greatest ally. Designed by Gemma, played by Allison Williams. She worked for a toy company. And M3GAN can listen, watch, and learn as it plays the role of friend, teacher, playmate, protector. When Gemma becomes the unexpected caretaker of her 8-year-old niece, which is Katie, played by Violet McGraw, she decides to give the girl a M3GAN prototype, a decision that leads to unimaginable consequences. My. So my expectations walking into this film were really cut dry because seeing the promo for it, seeing articles from the Hollywood Reporter and the Variety, and as well as hearing it from the team over at the John Campea show, it was a movie. This movie was built for Generation Z. This movie is a TikTok generation movie. My expectations walking into the film, I was very much surprised of how many kids and how many parents brought their children to see this film after it was for sure being talked about as a horror slasher movie. But I didn't really get much of a slasher or even a horror out of it. It just felt like watered down child's play. And that's in the most respected way. It's no disrespecting that at all. It's just, don't try to compare it whenever you go see it. Don't try to compare it as if you're going to see somebody, a female adaptation of a Charles Lee Ray, come possess a doll and then boom, cause havoc. No, that's not it at all. The movie starts you off in the most tragic way. You would have thought you was watching a Pixar film, if not a Disney film. And I say that because it hints in the about section. The girl is an orphan now, unexpectedly. And now she got to stay with her auntie. And why I say the movie was so believable and relatable is because you believed it from beginning to middle, from the process of the busy auntie not really focused on having children or wanting to be a parent of her own. And then it was basically a bonding film, a distant bonding film from a family relative that you knew but didn't really know. Now you got to end up and stay with them. So her solution behind the bonding and build up to their connection was her newly creative mechanism, which was M3GAN. She was very much an artificial intelligence robot, which was going to take over the toy industry, but over a lot of drastic money. And with that came complications, which I can compare notes from an iRobot, Terminator, and mostly the Red Queen from Resident Evil. The movie took a turn. The movie took a turn for the worse. not even in a bad way, but through my score rating, which I had to debunk it down, the movie was very perfect from beginning to middle because it gave you character investment. It let you know about every character. It introduced you to M3GAN through the faults of her build up to the perfection of her overriding her own system. And the ending, you guys, the ending to me was just very rushed. The ending was very rushed, and it felt like you had the perfect idea to end it, but the thoughts just flooded the time. Like everybody, I feel like they only had like a mere couple minutes, if not a couple hours, to finish those last scenes, and then boom, you get what you get at the end of the movie. The reason why I feel like I wish it came out with, well, more into the runtime for it, because if you give us that long, not really dragging investment from beginning to middle, make the ending at least worthwhile, which it wasn't. So let me dive over to my interview section so you can hear from somebody else besides me on what I felt about the movie. Jason, take it over, my man.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I have my buddy Jason here. He is another moviegoer alongside of me, and we are walking out of M3GAN for the start of 2023. What did you thought about the movie, Jason?
Well, it's pretty good, all things considered. Reason why it was good, though, is they call itself a horror movie, but it's a comedy and it's lighthearted, and they know it's lighthearted and it's a comedy. They don't act like it's like anything like Chucky, where it's super serious. They go into things acting all goofy, and it's great.
Okay. So, what were your expectations walking into this film?
I thought the trailer looked pretty dumb, to be honest with you. And then you walk in, and it was honestly pretty good. I really saw the 90% Rotten Tomatoes or whatever, and I was like, how is that possible? So I came in today with I had mid expectations, but it surpassed. It was pretty good.
So, out of 1 out of 5, that's my score rating. What would you rate this film?
Probably somewhere between a 4 or a 4.5. That's what I'd say.
I think that.
It depends on who's watching. To be clear, if you're looking for a horror movie, it's like a 2.5. If you're looking for a comedy or something to watch with like a bunch of friends, a little drunk late at night, then I'd rate it like a 4.5.
Got it, man. Well, Jason, I really appreciate you taking this interview with me. And everybody, you can find this interview on DraeRadio, Cinema News, and Movie.
So there you guys go. You heard it from Jason himself. Thank you very much, my brother, for doing that interview with me. And welcome to the channel. So it depends on the audience, as Jason said. It depends on what you was looking for. For me, I guess I can go against my own words and say I was looking for a modern day Chucky, but that's not what I got. I got something even better just from the output of the beginning to middle of the movie, but once it got towards the end, I wish I would have got just a little bit more. Not saying it was bad, but it was rushed. So that was it. I give the movie a 3 out of 5 branch rating score. And I feel like it lost its 3.5 to 4 star rating for me just because the ending alone. I needed more. I needed more from the characters. I just recently read that it got reignited for a sequel, which I don't see why. Somebody tell me, please. I mean, it broke even off a $12 million budget. It crossed this weekend's box office with a $30 million unexpected expectation, breaking the box office theatrical release. So big ups to them, for sure. The team put so much work behind that, but that's just how I felt about the film. So, have you guys seen M3GAN? What you thought about it? Are you going to see it? Or are you going to wait for it to come out on streaming? Let me know down on the comment section below. This is your boy, DeAndre Cooper, coming at you with what? DraeRadio Cinema News and Movie Reviews. I very much appreciate you guys for joining in with me, tuning in, checking it out. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next run.